If you're lifting and thinking of going vegan, you might be worried about losing muscle if you stop eating animal proteins. Let's talk about that. Hi everyone, my name's Miranda. I've been vegan for 10 years. I'm a bodybuilder and I've been vegan the whole time I've been lifting in the gym. In this video, I want to talk about what actually makes you lose muscle and what you really have to pay attention to if you want to go vegan so that doesn't happen. So let's start off with a really important point. Total protein. Going vegan by itself doesn't suddenly make your muscles melt away. Whether you eat animal products or plants, your muscles don't really know the difference. They care about, did I get enough protein today? If you go vegan and let's say you suddenly go from 120 grams of protein to 60 grams of protein a day, absolutely, over time, you can definitely lose muscle. You probably will. But that's not because the diet is vegan. It's because you're under eating your overall protein. People mainly lose muscle when they stop giving their bodies enough total protein, if they eat way too little calories overall, and if they stop training hard and progressively. If you pay attention to those 3 points, your body really doesn't care if your protein comes from chicken or soy. Muscle responds to tension and fuel. So point number 2, when people say you'll lose muscle going vegan, what they actually mean is you might accidentally eat less protein and fewer calories. There is absolutely an adjustment period. Plant foods tend to be more filling and less calorically dense. If you just remove animal proteins and don't replace it with good protein sources, your intake could drop and you very likely might lose size. That's not a vegan problem, that's an under-eating problem. In reverse, you could also gain weight by overeating certain plant products. That happens a lot with nut butters like peanut butter. A lot of new vegans think that nut butters are sources of protein, but they're actually sources of fat. Really good ones, but they're fat sources. The fix to this is pretty boring, but it's also pretty simple. You want to aim for a protein target every day. Sometimes tracking at the beginning is really helpful, just so that you get an overall understanding of what to eat and how you're eating. So something else people worry about is protein quality and protein digestibility. Some people say animal products have better amino acid profiles and that you won't get enough amino acids or BCAAs if you don't eat animal products. There's something called a protein digestibility score, and it basically asks 2 questions. Does this food have all the essential amino acids? And how well does your body absorb this protein source? So the protein digestibility corrected amino acid score is a scale that goes from 0 to 1, and it basically tells you how well your body can use the protein that you eat. On that scale, whey protein and soy protein isolate both hit the top score of 1, which means that they're really easily digested by your body and that they're also efficiently used as protein sources. Essentially, if you get enough protein from good vegan protein sources like tempeh, TVP, and tofu, and like a solid protein powder, your muscles can get high quality and very digestible proteins. So something else that people worry about is the scale moving when they initially try out a vegan diet. A lot of that is water and glycogen, not muscle. On a vegan diet, your digestion can change, your carb sources often change. You can either hold a little bit more or a little bit less water, especially at the beginning. That can really make people panic and think, oh my gosh, I'm either shrinking or I'm growing too much. I would recommend judging it by your training. Are your heavy lifts increasing, staying the same? Are they going down? If everything is kind of steady and slowly climbing, it kind of indicates that your strength is stable and that you're on the right track to continue growing muscle. You're not suddenly losing slabs of muscle just because your protein sources come from plants. I personally started seriously lifting while I was already vegan, and I'm still getting stronger. I've hit my best PRs on a vegan diet, and my physique has only improved as I got smarter with my food and my training. It definitely took a lot of planning at the beginning, but once I locked in my routine, it just became normal. So, big question here. Will you lose muscle going vegan? You can if you stop eating enough protein, if you undereat, and if you stop training hard. But if you keep your lifts heavy and you're intentional with your food, you can definitely maintain and build muscle on a vegan diet. If you're already vegan and lifting, tell us your experience in the comments so that other people can see that it's possible too. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.